Hi, this is George Lees again. I've just sent an email to the Secretary of State for Scotland for Justice, and that man's name is Michael it's Michael Matheson, MP for Falkirk West. I've made a video on the disclosures that I was about to relay to him and how I got that address, Cabinet Secretary for Justice at scotland.gsi, from his PA, who was unprepared to give me his name. So you can see that I sent this only to him in the belief that if I did that it would get through his spam filters. It has not. It has been filtered out. So I cannot now connect with law enforcement in Scotland, but this morning I've been to see ever such a genial set of police personnel and Kelsonian citizens who have reported that I was about to report massive crimes against the people perpetrated by the Scottish Government on behalf of the English Crown. Yeah, I will read you the email that they have refused to receive, but bear in mind that this could be an innocent mistake. It could be an IT glitch, and at the end of this video I will make another phone call to Michael's office and make sure that I have the correct email address. What it looks like is that they are gonna make me send them a hard copy letter, which is the tactic that Michael Moore uses to evade detection as a criminal in his constituency. Even when I ask for a meeting in a letter now, he refuses to meet me. The whole thing is a stitch up against the world's people, and Scotland is not immune from that. They completely sold their country in the referendum. And let me read you the letter that I sent to the Justice Secretary, which actually defines what they did. So here's the sent mail section for my email system, and the last mail to be sent was to the Cabinet Secretary on the topic of Arnott Manderson, Moira Anderson, Trident 3 and 4 and the selling of Scotland's freedom. Okay, this is what I reported to Michael, I keep forgetting his name, to Michael Matheson, MSP for Falkirk West. Okay, Arnott Manderson, Moira Anderson, Trident 3 and 4 and the selling of Scotland's freedom to the Crown. Okay, it's only to the Cabinet Secretary at that nominated address which his PA gave me this morning, but she would not reveal her identity. Dear Michael, I was able to chat with your office administrator this morning, who suggested I formalise my request to meet in writing. I am delighted that a Falkirk MP is in charge of justice in Scotland. My relatives, staunch working class socialists, lived in Larbert High Street. I need you to know that I have been archiving Scottish law enforcement in a series of deeply researched YouTube videos, the last of which is appended to the email. Here are the topics I want to air with you in bullet point form for simplicity. 1. The creation of Arnott Manderson in the year leading up to the Scottish referendum, so that Scotland's innocent freedom fighters can be persecuted for their attempts to reveal the illegitimacy of the British Crown and the Crown Office's role in running all of Scotland's law courts. The choice of the name Arnott, founder of the Edinburgh Speculative Secret Society, which helped to crash the global banking system in 2008. Manderson, a child murder case reopened by Stephen House within 2 weeks of his knighthood, and pay hike to £250,000. Sir Ewan Brown, St Andrews University and banking cabal magnate, was knighted within days of our explicit disclosures on his role in the banking crash. I have all of the director numbers for him, but not for the Law Society fraud. See bullet point 3. My disclosures on the Trident nuclear weapons business, registered companies led by Tim Spicer, which were circulated to John Lamont MSP, Magic Circle legal employee, my MSP and advisor to the Law Society and the government in Scotland, with the totally corrupted John Naismith and Stuart Fair. Bullet point 4 is the Trident weapons companies 3 and 4s have overlapping interlocking directors who are actually mercenary army leaders and financial services fraudsters like Instant Companies Limited and Swift Incorporations. Ruthless laundering tools like Sir Ewan Brown. Next bullet point, my gagging order from Sheriff Kevin Drummond on the ever so criminal issues surrounding the selection of Sheriff John Halley at Arnott Manderson as an obfuscation tool for Greg Hallett's brave disclosures of the monarchy and their reign for 160 lawless years. Next bullet point, my freedom of information request on the deployment of for-profit corporate lawyers in defence, prosecution and judges' roles, and how they are remunerated if appointed to the rural law courts, and whether the remuneration is linked to case outcomes. All of this news has been shared with Jedburgh Sheriff Court by Miss Patricia Tom, who is using them and Sheriff Kevin Drummond as evidence of my aberrant behaviours, which are actually my exposures of treason in the SNP and the cross-party fraudsters that are devolved and the Westminster governments, who are now in a debt pool that is leading to the closure of the law courts and a global sovereign debt fraud that I have explained in detail and I am now trying to resolve on behalf of 7 billion global victims. The Trident news alone could have freed Scotland. Leading journalists like Kate Adie are also directors at Eccleston Square, but Sturgeon and Salmon just suppressed the scandal in fear of their lives and the assassination bureaus which run the world this way. So I would like to meet you, Michael, or chat with you on Skype. My interview on the phone with your PA is already released onto YouTube and has been formally reported to the Kelso police force and dozens of local citizens for my own safety. And I need to insist that we can bring third-party onlookers to witness any forthcoming meetings or telephone Skype communications you may be decent enough to condone. My telephone number is, and my website details are below, which are a massive denunciation of the G20 and G8 mafias. Scotland is relatively innocent compared to Westminster, but I will not let you sidestep your commitment to justice for Scottish and global citizens, so please confirm receipt. I have sent this to you and you alone, so I don't get trapped in your antivirus system, but I have forwarded it to over 1,000 global citizens and societal leaders in both hemispheres. I am a professor of neuropharmacology and have massive frauds in the NHS to report in due course. This is the most important issue in your career to date, but please stay calm and objective. I am firmly on the side of decent Scottish people, and I'm looking forward to meeting you and helping Scottish people cast off their ancient shackles. And there is the interview that I made with his PA, and that's entitled Call to the Justice Secretary, and that can be found on my YouTube channel. It's only 5 or 6 minutes, does not take very long, but the whole communication turns out to be futile because that email was blocked. I'm going to have another go and make sure that I have the correct email address. Hi, it's the pesky guy that talked to you this morning about getting to Michael Matheson by email. I'm not sure if you're the same person, but my name's Professor George Lees, and you gave me an email address which was Cabinet Secretary for Justice at scotland.gsi, and I've just drafted my letter and given the evidence that I wanted to put forward, but somehow it's gotten caught up in your spam filter. Is there something that I've done wrong? So it's Cabinet Secretary, and that's all one word without any hyphens or underscores or anything. So could I send it to you as the administrator and see if that works? And what is his email address? Say again. CCU. So, oh, thank you. Charlie Echo Uniform. Yeah. Yeah. And might it be a keyword thing? Is there anything that like? When I was working at Otago University, the Dean's Secretary was called Susan Butt, and they used to see that the butt word as a smutty thing, and it used to get caught. Yeah, I don't think there's anything like that in it, but anyway, so CEU at scotland.gsi, and that will come onto your desktop. That's ever so kind of you. Thanks so much. Bye bye.